Greetings and welcome back to the video. So today I want to talk about a very important topic, a problem which I think needs to be addressed now more than ever. And the problem I'm talking about pertains specifically to us viewers, us consumers, and the way that we take all these information from these so-called productivity experts, personal development influencers and YouTubers out there. And I think that the problem lies in the way that these content have been created in the first place. They've often been created by keeping in mind of the habit loop, which has long been exploited by marketers. And marketers have used this habit loop to sell us household products like toothpaste, bathing soap, shampoo, and things like that. Now, with the advent of the internet and the information age, the whole human race have been divided into two segments, the producers and the consumers. And sometimes we interplay between these two segments. Now, producers are the ones who are specifically creating solutions for the burning pains faced by all these consumers. And why we're calling them consumers is because they are actively consuming information for their burning pain. The same pattern of seeking solutions in a reactive manner can be found in the act of reading too many books or consuming too much information than necessary. When he has not a book between his fingers, he cannot think, said Friedrich Nietzsche. When he thinks, he responds to a stimulus, a thought he has read. Finally, all he does is react. The scholar exhausts his whole strength in saying either yes or no to matter which has already been thought out, or in criticizing it. He is no longer capable of thought on his own account. Arthur Schopenhauer, the German philosopher, shares a similar discontent towards mindless information consumption. And so it happens that the person who reads a great deal, said Schopenhauer, that is to say, almost the whole day, and recreates himself by spending the intervals in thoughtless diversion, gradually loses the ability to think for himself, just as a man who is always riding at last forgets how to walk. Such, however, is the case with many men of learning. They have read themselves stupid. You see, there is nothing wrong with consuming solutions on the internet. And neither is it wrong to create solutions on the internet. In fact, I'm doing it right now. The internet is a free place, and it is a very powerful place if you know how to use it responsibly. One thing that I've learned working as a designer is that when clients come to us with problems, it is not a good idea to provide solutions immediately. But as viewers, as consumers on the internet, when we are looking for advice from all these personal development YouTubers, we take them for face value without even analyzing what the underlying problem that we are facing that is causing us to seek all these personal development content in the first place actually is. It is like that old saying, for a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Consider the medical profession. If, for instance, you're undergoing a stomach pain and you went to your doctor to complain about it, the doctor wouldn't just immediately give you an over-the-counter painkiller without first analyzing what the problem might be. If I've got my medical knowledge correctly from watching House MD, they will do something called differential diagnosis, in which they will try to understand the problem from different perspectives and give you tests. Let us assume that you have a character flaw. Maybe you are a very narcissistic person and it is causing you to have a lot of friction in your personal relationships, and which is somehow affecting you to be in a very depressive rut. Now, in that case, the problem is your character flaw. Not that you need a perfect morning routine. The best way to create ideas that stand the test of time is to constantly test it. And it is the same with the advice that we hear on the internet or the things we read in a book. We need to constantly weigh it against different believability criteria to assess the merits of its logic. For those of us who are willing to wrestle with the knowledge we find and trace the ideas back to its source, we can't help but seize the day. If you are new here, my name is Tubden, and I talk about different mental models for decision making and strategy for the modern philosophers and creative entrepreneurs. If you are interested in these topics, please subscribe because you'll definitely like it here.